You are standing in your backyard right now, staring at an old generator engine that hasn't run in years. It's covered in dust, maybe a little rust. And your first instinct, the same instinct almost everyone has, is to haul it to the scrapyard and get rid of it once and for all. But before you do that, I need you to stop for just a second, because what I'm about to show you could completely change the way you look at that so-called useless piece of metal sitting in your garage. This isn't just a story about an old engine. This is a story about how ordinary people, everyday Americans, are quietly turning forgotten machines into something that actually matters in today's economy. And by the end of this video, you're going to understand exactly why throwing away that old engine might be one of the biggest financial mistakes you make this year. Now, before we go further, if you're someone who enjoys stories where boring, everyday things turn out to be secretly fascinating, hit that subscribe button right now, because this channel is built entirely around finding the hidden economic value in things most people overlook completely. And trust me, this generator engine story is one of the best examples of that you will ever see. Let's rewind for a second and talk about why this even matters. Generators have been sitting in garages, sheds, and basements across the country for decades. Most of them were bought for one purpose: backup power during storms, outages, or emergencies. And once that emergency passed, the generator got tucked away and forgotten. Years go by, the engine stops starting. Maybe the carburetor gets gummed up, maybe a part wears out, maybe it just sits so long that nobody wants to deal with fixing it anymore. So what happens next? It gets thrown in a pile with other junk, and eventually it ends up at a scrapyard, sold for pennies on the pound as scrap metal. Here's the problem with that decision. When you scrap a generator engine, you are not just getting rid of a broken machine, you are throwing away a small, self-contained power source. Something that, with a little bit of knowledge and a little bit of effort, can be brought back to life and repurposed into things you probably never even considered. And this is where the story gets interesting, because across online communities, YouTube workshops, and small repair shops, there has been a quiet but very real shift happening. People are rediscovering that these engines are not garbage. They are opportunity. Think about it this way. Every single day, somewhere in this country, someone is paying full price for a brand new small engine to power a water pump, a welding rig, a workshop tool, or even a small backup generator setup. These new engines are not cheap. And yet, sitting untouched in sheds and garages across America, there are millions of old generator engines that could be restored, repaired, or repurposed to do exactly the same job, often for a fraction of the cost. This is the part of the economy that never makes the evening news, but it quietly affects real people's wallets every single day. Now here's where it gets even more interesting. This isn't just about saving a few dollars by fixing something old instead of buying something new. This is about understanding a bigger pattern in how value works. When something looks broken or useless on the surface, most people assume it has no worth left. But value isn't always about what something looks like right now. Value is about what it's capable of becoming with the right attention. That old engine sitting in your garage still has moving parts that were engineered to run for thousands of hours. It still has a functioning core. And when you understand what's inside it, you start to see it less like trash and more like a starting point. This is exactly the mindset that's been quietly spreading in workshops and small communities across the country. Instead of paying full price for new equipment, people are learning how to strip these old engines down, clean them, understand exactly what's still functional inside, and use that functioning core to build something useful again. Sometimes it's as simple as getting the original generator running again. Sometimes it becomes something completely different. Either way, the pattern is the same. Something that looked like junk becomes something with real practical value. And here's the part that really gets people's attention once they understand it. This isn't a niche hobby limited to a handful of mechanics. This is happening at a scale that connects directly to bigger economic forces most people never think about. Supply chains for new small engines have been unpredictable. Prices on replacement parts have shifted. And more people are realizing that self-reliance, the ability to fix and repurpose what you already have, is becoming a quiet financial advantage in a world where everything new seems to cost more than it used to. So when you look at that old generator engine sitting in your garage, I want you to stop thinking about it as trash for a second. I want you to start thinking about it as a small, overlooked asset. Because what happens next in this story is going to show you exactly how far that kind of thinking can go, and just how much people have been able to get out of something everyone else assumed was completely worthless. Let's go back to that old engine sitting quietly in the corner of a garage somewhere in America right now. On the outside, it looks finished, done, something that served its purpose years ago and has nothing left to give. But here's what most people never stop to consider. An engine isn't one single object that either works or doesn't work. It's a collection of individual parts, each one with its own lifespan, its own condition, and its own potential value. And once you start looking at it that way, everything changes. Take the crankshaft, for example. This is one of the most durable components inside any small engine. It's built to handle thousands of rotations under stress. And in most cases, even after years of sitting unused, it's still in far better condition than people assume. The same goes for the cylinder block itself. Unless there's been serious internal damage, corrosion, or cracking, that block is often still structurally sound. What actually fails first in most of these old engines isn't the heavy-duty core components. It's the smaller, more delicate parts. Gaskets dry out, rubber seals crack, fuel lines degrade, spark plugs corrode. These are the cheap, easily replaceable parts that make an engine look completely dead, when in reality, the expensive, hard-to-manufacture core is often just sitting there, waiting. This is exactly why so many people who understand this shift have started treating old generator engines less like scrap and more like a puzzle worth solving. Because once you replace a handful of inexpensive parts and you clean out what's built up inside from years of neglect, that same dead engine can often start right back up like nothing ever happened. And when that happens, you're not just holding on to an old machine anymore. You're holding on to something that would cost you hundreds of dollars, sometimes more, to replace with something new. Now here's where the story gets even more interesting, because reviving the engine is really just the beginning. Once people realize these engines can come back to life, they start asking a much bigger question. What else can this power? A generator engine isn't just built to run a generator. At its core, it's a small, reliable source of mechanical power, and that opens the door to a surprising number of possibilities that most people never think about until they see it done firsthand. Some people use these restored engines to power water pumps for irrigation, especially in areas where electricity access is unreliable or expensive. Others repurpose them to run workshop tools, saws, grinders, compressors, anything that requires steady mechanical power but doesn't necessarily need to be plugged into the electrical grid. There are even cases where people have used these old engines as backup power sources for small off-grid setups, cabins, workshops, or emergency situations where having a reliable, low-cost power option makes a real difference. And this is where it starts to connect back to something bigger than just one engine sitting in one garage. Across the country, there's been a quiet but steady increase in people looking for ways to reduce their dependence on constantly buying new equipment. Prices on small engines and replacement machinery have not been predictable. Supply chains have had disruptions. And when people start comparing the cost of a brand new engine to the cost of reviving something they already own, the math starts to look very different than it used to. This is the part of the story that a lot of people miss completely. It's easy to assume that these kinds of restoration projects are just a hobby, something mechanically inclined people do for fun on a weekend. But when you zoom out and look at how many people are doing this, and how much money is quietly being saved or even earned because of it, you start to realize this is a small but very real economic pattern. It's not flashy. It's not something that makes headlines. But it's happening in garages, sheds, and small workshops across the entire country every single day. And here's something else worth thinking about. This isn't just about saving money on one single engine. Once someone learns how to properly diagnose, clean, and revive one of these engines, that skill doesn't disappear after the first project. It becomes something they can use again and again. Every future old engine they come across, whether it's their own, a neighbor's, or one found secondhand for almost nothing, suddenly becomes a potential opportunity instead of a piece of junk to get rid of. That's the real shift happening here. It's not just about one engine, it's about a mindset that keeps paying off over and over again. There's also a bigger picture worth mentioning here, something that connects directly to how a lot of small local economies function. When someone revives an old engine, instead of buying new, that money doesn't disappear. It often gets redirected. Maybe it goes toward buying replacement parts from a local hardware store. Maybe it goes toward tools. Maybe it just stays in that person's pocket, freeing up money for something else entirely. Multiply that by thousands of people making similar decisions across the country, and you start to see how something as small as refusing to throw away an old engine can ripple outward into something much bigger. At this point, you might be wondering exactly how someone goes about figuring out whether an old engine like this is actually worth saving in the first place. Because, let's be honest, not every old engine sitting in a garage is a hidden treasure. Some really are too far gone. So how do you tell the difference between something worth reviving and something that truly belongs in the scrap pile? That distinction matters more than almost anything else in this entire process, and understanding it is exactly what separates people who waste time and money from people who consistently turn old, forgotten engines into something genuinely valuable. So let's get into it. How do you actually know if an old generator engine is worth saving, or if it truly belongs in the scrap pile? Because this is the question that separates people who waste time chasing dead ends from people who consistently walk away with something valuable. And the answer is simpler than most people expect. The first thing to look at is the block itself. If the engine block is cracked, severely corroded from the inside, or has visible damage to the main casting, that's usually a sign the core is compromised beyond a reasonable repair. But if the block is intact, solid, and free of major structural damage, everything else becomes fixable. That's the number one rule experienced people rely on. The block is the foundation. Everything else is just parts sitting on top of that foundation. Next comes the internal condition. Does the engine turn over freely by hand, even if it won't start? If the crankshaft rotates without grinding, seizing, or excessive resistance, that's a strong sign the internal components are still in workable shape. Rust on the outside doesn't necessarily mean rust has destroyed the inside. Surface corrosion is cosmetic. Internal seizure is the real deal breaker. Then there's the smaller stuff, the parts that fail first but cost almost nothing to replace. Fuel lines, gaskets, spark plugs, air filters, carburetor components. These are the usual suspects behind an engine that looks completely dead but is actually just neglected. In a huge number of cases, once these inexpensive parts are cleaned or replaced and fresh fuel and oil are introduced, engines that sat untouched for years cough back to life. It's not magic, it's just basic maintenance applied to something everyone assumed was beyond saving. This is exactly why so many people who understand this process stop seeing old engines as trash and start seeing them as raw potential. Because once you know what to look for, you stop guessing. You stop assuming that old automatically means worthless. You start recognizing the difference between something that's truly finished and something that just needs a little attention to prove it still has plenty of life left. And this brings us back to the bigger picture, the one we've been building throughout this entire story. That old generator engine sitting in your garage, in your shed, or in a pile behind your neighbor's house isn't just a relic from the past. It's a small, overlooked example of something much bigger happening quietly across this country. People are learning, slowly but surely, that value doesn't disappear just because something stops working temporarily. Value gets buried under neglect, under assumptions, under the easy decision to just throw something away instead of taking a closer look. And the people who are willing to look closer, who are willing to ask, what can this still become, instead of, what is this no longer good for, are the ones quietly benefiting from a shift most people haven't even noticed yet. Think about how many things in your own life follow this exact same pattern. Old tools, old appliances, old vehicles, even old skills that seem outdated in a fast-moving world. The instinct is always the same. If it looks old, if it looks broken, if it looks like it belongs to the past, the easiest thing to do is get rid of it and replace it with something new. But this story about generator engines proves something important. Sometimes the smartest financial decision isn't the newest option. It's taking the time to understand what you already have and recognizing that a little bit of knowledge can turn something worthless into something genuinely valuable again. That's really the heart of everything we've talked about today. It's not just about generator engines, it's about a mindset. A mindset that questions the easy assumption that old means useless. A mindset that looks for hidden value in places most people walk right past without a second thought. And once you start applying that mindset, you start noticing it everywhere, in your garage, in your shed, in secondhand listings online, in things your neighbors are throwing away without a second thought. So the next time you find yourself standing in front of an old generator engine, or honestly, any old machine that looks like it's reached the end of its life, I want you to pause before you make that decision to scrap it. Ask yourself the questions we just walked through. Is the block intact? Does it turn over freely? Are the failures likely just small, inexpensive parts rather than catastrophic internal damage? Because more often than people expect, the answer leads somewhere surprising. And that surprise is exactly why this story matters. Now I want to hear from you directly, because this channel is built around exactly these kinds of hidden patterns, the ones most people overlook completely. Have you ever come across an old engine, an old machine, or something everyone else assumed was worthless and found out it still had real value left in it? I want you to drop that story in the comments below, because these are exactly the kinds of real experiences that make this community valuable, and I genuinely read through them. If this video changed the way you're going to look at that old engine sitting in your garage, do me a favor and share it with someone you know who's been talking about scrapping theirs. You might end up saving them real money and helping them see something they completely overlooked. And if you're new here, make sure you're subscribed, because this channel is going to keep digging into stories exactly like this one. The quiet, overlooked corners of the economy that most people never think twice about, but that end up mattering a whole lot more than anyone expects. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.